Hello and welcome. Today we're getting into better basic bread. I know the first loaf was a basic bread loaf, but this one I found is even easier. Less possibility to make mistakes, even some different techniques on shaping the dough, which I've found to yield better results. And this particular recipe will only yield one loaf. So if you felt like the other one was too much bread, this one, just one loaf, which is plenty. I think we usually go through a loaf easily within a week. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'll go ahead and list the ingredients right here. So first, we gotta warm up our liquids and butter, and we're gonna let those guys marinate. We're warming up our liquids in there, and we're softening the butter over here. Looks softened to me. This looks pretty good to me. And sugar. Tiny whisk, necessary. And then I just whisk this until it feels like the sugar is about dissolved. And we're gonna let that sit for 5 minutes. Next, we are going to whisk 1 cup of our flour with our salt. So it's been 5 minutes. Our yeast is coming along. So now we're going to add this to the big pot. We're also going to add our softened butter along with our 1 cup of flour with the salt. Gonna attach our dough hook. Locked in. All right, let's rock and roll. We're gonna mix this and let it incorporate. Okay, so now it's coming together, so I'm gonna turn it up a notch. As you can see, it's finally pulling away from the sides. That's it, that's the jam. So we're gonna let this go. So this has been going for like a good little over 5 minutes, and it's looking pretty good. Similar to the last time on this lightly floured surface, I'm just gonna give it a few more tuck and folds, just to make sure it's where we want it. This dough feels just a lot softer than that other basic loaf dough. Can't remember off the top of my head if that last recipe had butter, but I do feel like the butter and milk do help. Also, today's kind of been a crazy day, so just to prove you don't need to stop your whole day, you can kind of get this going in the middle, and then you're really just checking on it. Right here, what I'm doing is really the bulk of the work, and then the cleanup after this first bit, it's all downhill. This is feeling pretty good. I'm going to get our bowl ready, throw some oil, make sure you oil the plastic. Usually it doesn't proof high enough to get there, but I do it for good measure. And that's it. Let that guy chill for 1 to 2 hours until it doubles in size. And then we're gonna roll it out, put it in our pan, and then we're almost there. Shaka! We've been proofing for about 2 hours. So now, gonna get me a little what is this? One of these pans. Okay, so we're going in there. Gonna punch this down and on our lightly floured surface. We are gonna roll this out to fit about the length of this pan here. Get my pin. And then if you recall, the loaves last time were a little misshapen, and I feel like this method really gives you more chance for success. All right, and even here, it's not really perfect, but we can make it work. So what you do, just start rolling. Just make it a little bread log, little loaf log. That is flour overboard, but we're okay. Tuck it in, drop it in, and I'm gonna cover it with some plastic wrap. Okay, and then this goes to hang out for about another hour. So we'll be back. After an hour, uncover your loaf and set your oven to 350 and place it in there for about 30 to 35 minutes or until it reaches 200 degrees. Get a wire rack when it's almost time to pull the loaf. Here it's been about 30 minutes and the temp looks good. Remove the loaf from the pan and let it cool for at least an hour. All right, our loaf is done. It's cooled off. It could probably cool off a little more, but we're just gonna get in there. Boom, and look at that. Beautiful bread. This loaf is soft, it's tender, it smells great. Now, this is the one, tastes great. My favorite as toast. So go make yourself a loaf. Much easier than the last one. Hiya! Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bread. Oh. All right, cut, print.